Bridlington's like gasless. All these are really black and dirty all around the edges and growing weed. He sent us some original photographs. Nah, Bridlington, let's not bother. He's like flour. It started playing up again. I think we've smashed it. So we're back, and little lad was here Monday, Tuesday this week. I was not here, but yesterday and today we're here. Didn't film anything yesterday because I was too busy trying to get this thing sorted out. Still was playing up with little lad the other day, beginning of the week. So, but now I think we've smashed it. Not literally, but we've sorted the problem out. There's a few things that I think it is, not just one, but we'll quickly run through them. So what we've done is we've put another water separator on in front of this one. So we've got two water separators on there, because I think part of the problem was when the air is being compressed by the compressor, it's coming through the cooler, it's condensing after it comes out the cooler. That's what that primary filter's for. And then round here, so we're trying to capture more of the water before it starts going in, because there's a line that feeds into this pot to pressurize it. 99% sure that is one of the problems with it. And also what we're doing now is every time we put a new bag into the hopper, into the pot, we are draining all these filters. That one, that one, that one. And also there's a little drain at the bottom of the air cooler as well. Yesterday when we were here, we did probably about 3 bags, and it started playing up again. And I come down and I checked all these, and the primary filter and the secondary filter were both full of water. And also what we're doing is we're running them with the tap slightly open. So if there is any water getting in there, it's dripping out as we're working. But Jack's here, he's checking them, every bag, take them all off, check them, no water in it, sort that problem out. Next problem, so we're using a different dolomite now. That's the original ones down in them white bags. And you'll notice that this is like flour, really absolutely super fine. And I think this is a little bit damp anyway. It's what we pulled out of the pot from when little lad was here. But it is super fine like flour. However, this stuff is more runny. A lot better. And we've got some, it's basically bicarb here as well that we've picked up. And this as well just flows a lot better than the other stuff we had, which doesn't flow. Now you're probably thinking, well, surely you should know all this anyway. We normally run this machine with a coarser aggregate in it. When we're cleaning stone, we don't need it this fine. So this is the first time we've had this super, super fine abrasive material running through the machine. And I think we were getting water in the pot before, but because the media was a little bit grainier, didn't matter, just handled it. But this stuff is just really super fine, and it's like a chalk, so all it wants to do is absorb water. And this is the stuff that we normally use. It has got wet as this. It's just a spare bag we had lying around. This is a crushed glass, but it's how much coarser it is. Anyway, enough of that. We know what we're doing now. So yesterday did from 11 till 5:30, non-stop. A few little hiccups, but we got it absolutely tuned in. This morning, it's about 10:30 now. This morning, done it, and we've been doing the filters, absolutely smashing it. So happy, problem solved. We've sorted it. The electric board turned up with a court order to cut our electric off. And we're thinking, what? We weren't here at the time. The greengrocers next door rung us up, and we're like, why are you cutting the electric off? And apparently they had a court order because the previous tenant was bypassing the meters downstairs and growing weed. Someone actually commented on, I think, the original video for here and said, oh, looks like that's a weed fan downstairs for growing weed. And yeah, it was absolutely 100% right. You know, they were growing weed in the basement. So there's nothing we can do. They come and switched it off, so we've currently no electric here. You'd think they'd come and just switch it back on, easy. But no, it's not that easy. We've been dealing with it in the office, but it's, you may as well talk to yourself. Good thing, dry rot basement, we've treated that probably about 3 times now. Keep spraying it every time we come. Hopefully that's going to sort itself out. Water pressure in Bridlington, what's going on? Apparently we've got really, really bad water pressure here, and it's like a Bridlington thing. Oh, well, everyone's got bad water pressure. We've rung a couple of plumbers up and they said, oh yeah, a lot of people put pumps on. So we're just looking at that at the minute. And also, why is there no gas? Bridlington's like gasless. We've just stopped in some accommodation down the road and no gas here. Spoke to the shopkeeper next door, no gas. It's like they were laying gas mains and then just thought, nah, Bridlington, let's not bother. Let's keep going. So yeah, I thought that this place had just been disconnected, but apparently Bridlington doesn't have gas. So also, Mike, who's been watching on YouTube, has been emailing us, and what a guy, an absolute superstar. He sent us some original photographs of this and the greengrocers next door. He went down to Hull Archives and spent hours and hours trawling through God knows how much information, and yesterday he emailed us some photos of the original Shopfront, which look absolutely beautiful. Only issue is our planning permission's gone in now with a different design to that because we didn't have them, and also the council owned the land. Well, I'm saying they own the land, I'm sure we could have it back. I'm going to speak to them next week and see whether we could potentially put the original Shopfront back on, but it would mean taking back some of the land. You know what the councils are like, they won't give anything up for free. So it should be on the original deeds. I'm going to check the deeds as well. But yeah, wow, what a amazing thing. Thanks, Mike, you're a star. So this is where we've got up to. Done all this morning. Started with them soil pipes down there. Got all this done. Looks like it picks it up between where I've got to, well, what I've done, where I need to go. So it's like got this yellow hue on it that it's really weird. There is the dirt, the carbon's on it, but it's got this like yellow hue on it as well. It's like a mingy dirt. So you can see the difference where we've been. And these sills here are spotless now. That is what the sills look like. And that's what the sills look like when they've not been done. So you can just see here where lads have been, oh, they've cleared it but they haven't grouted it, so this is another one that needs grouting. And what we're trying to do as well is get all this underneath here, where all this edge, so when people look up, it's all been done. Did all the top yesterday, just pulled this board back so that we could get underneath the edge. But done all that, done all the front up there. All these are really black and dirty all around the edges. I don't think we're going to get, you know, the real picture of how nice it looks until we get the scaffolding down, because you can only see little bits at a time. Next week, we've got quite a big team here next week because we need to get it all pointed up. We've got, I think, 2 weeks left until Christmas. Wash it down first to get all this dust off, then point it up. A little bit of grouting to do. We've got this gutter to redo, new hopper outlet to do. Lads have done the slate work now. That's finished. So yeah, just a massive push on for Christmas so that we can get this scaff down before Christmas. See what, it was grim yesterday. 3 o'clock started raining and I just started down on this deck. No, I think I was still up there, but anyway, I got down here probably about 4 o'clock and I was wet through and all this wet sand was sticking to me. And then the scaffold boards that I've already done up there were dripping wet sand down my back. Oh, grim times, but you got to do it. Anyway, let's get cracking and we'll carry on, see where we get to today. while we're here, I just thought I'm going to do this window as well, because it's got like maybe 5-6 layers of paint on it, and we want to put on a linseed oil paint because it's always had like a modern Dulux paint on it, and we want the wood to absorb some oil, and the linseed oil paint does this. It allows the wood to breathe, same as lime mortar in historic buildings. Putting modern paint on timber, big no-go. So all off, well, as much as we can take off. We'll scrape some back. Some of the paint that's really stuck on there, we'll just leave on, but it'll look awesome with linseed oil paint on it, and it'll also feed the wood. So if you're painting anything in wood, linseed oil paint. It's the future. That is this deck done. And all the way down the side, all the way down here, the other side of that window. Oh, what a nightmare. So tight, and loads, and splashback on the mask. So every 2 minutes you're wiping the mask all the time. Glad it's done. Got to move down, get the next one done. We've got one bag of this other dolomite left, and that's it. We've just tried to put some of the old stuff back through. It looks like a bad batch of cocaine. We did half a bag, and I regretted it. We just did a bit more of the window just to use it up. It just was clagging up again, not going through the system. I just wanted to kind of, we had it on the blaster trying to warm it up to dry it out, but it's going in a skip when it goes back home, that stuff. So yeah, we'll next take down and we'll see what we can do on there, but ranking on now, so we'll be going home soon, I think. And I'm ready for it. I'm covered in sand. It's like being on the beach. I'm not a beach person, but being on the beach, being covered in wet sand all day, it feels, get a difference here. You can see where we've got up to with blasting there. This is just carbon. Some of these blocks are a slightly different colour. They're not all like white, some are a bit more yellowy. I don't know if you can see the difference between that and that, but it's like got these little waves of dirt on it that roll around. It's really weird. But like I said before, all the blocks just seem to have this like dull yellow hue on them. Again, that one it's clean. It's a different colour. And as I've been going around this, I've like noticed more and more of these scaffolding anchor bolts. They're expansion bolts that they put in, and they're absolutely everywhere. So next week, I think I'm going to get one of the lads just to nip round and drill them all out and get them out. I think we've ordered some repair as well, like places like this, we can actually put a repair on. I'm hoping it's not going to stand out too much, but I think it needs something in there. You don't want the exposed brick. Doesn't want the exposed brick open, and up on the copings as well. That's another area that we need to do. Right, that is it. Got my music on, and it's well hard to talk. Hang on. Trying to be clever then. We've just run out of the dolomite. We've tried some other bicarb that I wanted to try. Tried some bicarb. We tried it earlier on, but it's super slow and it's not worth doing. So I'm going to get packed up and get off home, get an early finish in. Well, early enough, still got 3 hours back to Burnley yet. Anyway, don't forget, subscribe. Wednesdays, when do you do videos? Wednesdays and Sundays, put videos out. Restoration videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Catch you in a bit.